Hello, I've created this little video just to explain about how you can get the most as a teacher from the quiz module on J276 MOOC. So I'm Alan O'Donoghue. I'm going to go and visit now with a MOOC, and I'm in the role at the moment as a non-editing teacher. So this is the kind of thing that you should see yourself when you're logged in as a teacher. So again, we've got all the grey text here with content for teachers. As we scroll down, you'll see there's a block here with lots of quizzes in it. Now, I've tried to design this in a way I think that will suit most situations. So quiz 0.0, that's intended as a quiz that everybody should really start just to get an idea about how quizzes work, what they are, what they're like. And it's before any learning takes place. So it's a good sort of baseline measurement. The intention is that quiz 1.0 would be after you've completed topics 1 to 5. And you get a second chance to try quiz 1, but we called it 1.1. The same questions, all the quizzes randomize the order of the questions and the order of the answers. So it will be the same questions, but just more jumbled up. So if teachers want to give children a second attempt, so you could do one prior to those topics, you could do one after the topics. I'll leave that entirely up to you. It may be that you only ever do that one quiz once. Now, I want to assume now that your students have done the quiz, and it's worth mentioning that to do a quiz, you need to know the passwords. For teachers, the passwords are in this forum here. When you go into their quiz access codes, you'll be able to see the passwords. So we'll just assume now that your students have completed the first quiz and you want to find out what sort of scores that they've got. Now, it's worth showing you, when a student is logged in, what they can do is they can click on their gradebook and the student will see their raw grade and then that as a percentage. And they'll also see what the average is for the group that they're in. Okay, so that's what the students see. When you log in, what you can do is you can go to the gradebook, which is over here on the right hand side. You click on grades, and I've set up a group called preview, and I've just put 4 test students in there so we can see. So you can see 3 of the students have taken a test. Student 3 hasn't taken a test yet. And when they do the other tests, they'll appear up there as well. But now I'm going to click on quiz 0 just to see a breakdown of their results. Now, there's quite a lot of options on here, which I'm not going to change at the moment, but I want to show you. We can now see an individual breakdown. So there's their final score, and it's not showing student 3 because student 3 hasn't sat it. And as I scroll to the right, I can see for each individual question, I can see that student's individual score. I can also see the group score. So there's only 4 students in this class, and 3 of them, their average is 6.67 for that question. Now, 154 students around the country have also answered question 1, and the average was 6.19. So you can see that the students for our group are slightly above average for the rest of the country. You can do this as you go along, and you can also see the total average and the average for people all around the rest of the country. So my group did better than the country average. Now, there's a lot of links on here that you can click on. And what I want to do now is I want to show you, if you click on this question 1 here, what you can actually start to see now is, what it does is it ranks all of the score just in ascending order on here. But I want to show you, you've got some other views as well that are available. So you've got all sorts of graphs and statistics. So you can see like distribution of scores and grades. So, you know, if you had a student who scored 20, you can see which sort of percentile they're in terms of how the distribution of marks. So of 154 students who've done it, very few are in this sort of 70th percentile and above. Now, also up here in the left-hand corner, you can see the students' individual responses so that you could see if you wanted. Now, for some questions where there's a lot of answers, that's quite hard to digest. But if you're just looking at true or false questions, you can see true, true, and you'll know which student has answered which for each question, which is useful to you in terms of assessment for learning. There's all sorts of statistics available as well, and you can configure these. You can download it in a way that might want to help you with what you're doing. There's so much content in there that you'll probably want to. Okay, and here we've got other breakdown, like standard deviation, the random guess score. So if they'd randomly guessed what they should have achieved. Anyway, to help you make sense of all that, there's a link at the very bottom of the page to a Moodle document, and it opens up like this, and it gives you a more comprehensive understanding than a 5-minute video will do. Some teachers, I can change this if you want, some teachers will be able to see the results for the preview group and the group that they're actually teaching as well. Some will only be able to see the group that they're teaching. If the preview was just as an example, just to help you. Any questions, go to the teacher forum, which is on here on the front page, and myself or somebody else will do our best to answer that question. Can I do that? Click on the front page where it says teacher forum, and in there we've got topics all about quizzes, how will they be graded and things like that. Thank you.